Ribak in the center of the stage there on bass. He's got a fresh new album hidden away in a box so nobody will be tempted by it.
You can
But
pull them out.
I think I'm going to sneak one out here.
Please do.
Yeah. So now you can slather. So anyway, past, present, future. So a real album. There's CDs too. For
Yeah.
those of you who need a little coaster at home, that works really well. Yeah, so real happy to have this. This is Saturday night at Beckett. Yeah. At one point we dubbed this jazz club because we did. So that's what this is, and we're pleased to have the trio with a guest who is hiding because he's not up on stage yet, but he will be. So you'll find out all about that. It's going to be 2 sets of music, and Kurt, you want to take it from there?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Evening, everybody. And want to introduce the band. We have Scott Foster on guitar. We have Lincoln Adler on tenor saxophone. And we're going to have a special guest, Scott Larson, on trombone. We'll do one tune, then have Scott come join us. And so Scott's, as I said, Scott's the trombonist. He'll be sitting in with us for a few numbers. And we're going to first do a song called Just Got Paid. We'll skip the swing since we already... You going to be all right there? All right. One, two. I got the intro. I'm walking down the street, check my feet. Got on brand new shoes, paid my dues, smiling at the folks, glad that I'm not broke, feeling mighty glad, no more sad, feeling mighty fine, fine 'cause I just got paid. I feel so happy, yeah, when Friday rolls around, I go downtown, wearing my best threads, hat on head, gliding down the street, life is feeling sweet. Throw around my cash, got some flash. Feel so happy, yeah, now 'cause I just got paid. It feels so good to have some folded money. Walking down the street, check my feet. Got on brand new shoes, paid my dues. Smiling at the folks, glad that I'm not broke. Feeling mighty glad, no more sad. Feeling mighty fine, fine 'cause I just got, I feel. Fine 'cause I just got, I feel. Fine 'cause I feel so happy, feeling mighty fine 'cause I got paid. Thank you. We're going to have Scott Larson join us now. And as you may or may not know, the tunes tonight you'll be hearing will all be my own, except there'll be an Elvis Costello tune we'll be doing down the way, the ballad. I'll let you know which one that is, so you know which one's not mine. Anyway, that particular tune, people ask me about the significance of lyrics, and they asked me that in a radio interview, and you need to try to sound intelligent. And it's like, what's it about? It's about how you feel when you just got paid. That's the whole. That's it. There's no hidden significance to it. Sometimes a song is just a song. But next we're going to do a tune called COVID Tango. And you can probably imagine when I wrote it, because it was a little appropriate to that era. And I've debated retitling it because nobody wants to think about COVID anymore. But that's the title for the moment. All right, everybody, all hands and feet in the car. Okay. 1, 2, 3. make a little adjustment real quick here. Yeah, next will be Almost Blue. We'll be having Scott back up for some more tunes, so don't, if you like them, you're going to hear a lot more of them. Don't worry. So the next tune we're going to do is Almost Blue, and it's the Elvis Costello tune I was warning you about. It's off his record Imperial Bedroom, and it was from about 1982. And I remember thinking when it came, thinking about a year or so ago, I was hearing it on the radio, and I'd always liked the tune a lot. And I was thinking, gosh, it really could use a jazz band playing it, because he had a wonderful band, but you know they were a rock band, and they sounded like a rock band playing a tune that was really more of a jazz ballad in its feel. And as I started to learn the tune, I came to realize I was not very original in my thinking, because Chet Baker had done it, and also he'd done a version of this tune, as had Mrs. Elvis Costello, who's Diana Krall. Also Giacomo Gates, who is not as well known, but is a very fine jazz singer. If you see him mentioned as coming to town, he's worth checking out. I saw him many years ago now at Storyville, a long-defunct club in SF. And anyway, Giacomo Gates, spelled Giacomo, but apparently it's pronounced Giacomo. He can hold his own. So. Almost blue, almost doing things we used to do. There's a girl here and she's almost you. Almost. All the things that your eyes once promised, I see in hers too. Now your eyes are red, red from crying. Almost blue. Flirting with this disaster became me. It named me as the fool only aimed to be. Almost blue. It's almost touching. It will almost do. There's a part of me that's always true. Almost. Not all good things come to an end, now it is only a chosen few. I have seen such an unhappy couple. Flirting with this disaster became me. It named me as the fool who only aimed to be. Almost blue. It's almost touching. It will almost do. There's a part of me that's always true. Always. Not all good things come to an end now. It is only a chosen few. I have seen such an unhappy couple. Almost me, almost you, almost blue. Thank you. We're going to do another one with just the trio. This is a little more lighthearted tune. It's one I wrote a number of years ago from the point of view of an opinionated barfly. Some folks have alleged that I may have over-researched the topic, and that could be, but, you know, it's important to be thorough. So this is about a guy who is adamant about his martinis. The song's called Gin Martinis. All right. Let's do the last 8 as an intro. Last 8. 1, 2, 3. Give me a gin martini, 'cause vodka's a sin for drinking in a stem glass. No class, that's no kind of drink. A hint of vermouth, a twist or an olive is fine with brine. I can get high when my lovely liquor's nigh. Some folks say that I'm quite crazy because I'm obsessed with booze. I declare the whole world's empty when there's no liquor. My favorite glass is bare, therefore just give me some gin. Plymouth is cool, some Tanqueray's okay. Palmist will do. Gin martinis, real martinis, are really my kind of drink. Tweet, 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 tweet. za diddly da dwee da da dee dee da dee 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 dwee dee dwee dee dwee dee dwee da doo da da dee dee da dee ah dwee ah dwee ah ah doo da dwee da dwee dee 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 dwee da doo da dee doo da doo pa ah doo da doo da da dee dee da 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 see da da dee 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 da dee dee doo da dee da dee dee da da sweet tea. Take it, Scott. Give me a gin martini, 'cause vodka's a sin for drinking in a stem glass. No class, that's no kind of drink. A hint of vermouth, a twist or an olive is fine. With brine, I can get high when my lovely liquor's nigh. Some folks say that I'm quite crazy 'cause I'm obsessed with booze. I declare that the whole world's empty when there's no liquor. My favorite glass is bare, therefore just give me some gin. Little deuce and Tanqueray's okay. I'm really not terribly fussy, you know, because gin martinis, real martinis, are really my kind of drink. Thank you. That song lived a long life with us as an instrumental first, and a few years ago, I thought that maybe singing some songs would help make, well, for one thing, I liked writing lyrics for some of the tunes, and also it's a way for people to, jazz is already considered this sort of arcane, impenetrable music by a lot of people. It's not, but that's what people, there's a lot of, well, frankly, fear about the music. People think like, oh, it's over my head, or it's trying to be over my head, or it's talking down to me, or it's, and yeah, I figured singing was a way to make it a little more accessible, and that with I had a period in my life where I'd had a pretty serious injury I was coming off of, and during that time it was better to start to focus on singing for a while because I wasn't sure if I'd be playing again. So anyway, I am. So here we are back at it, and let's have Scott Larson come back up and join us. You're excommunicated. A heretic. We're going to do, how about we do Tango Parmi Padre? Is that one okay for you? Is that one else I gave you? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do that one then.
Okay.
Oh, actually, tell you what, instead we'll do October Surprise. That one should sit good for you.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so the next song we're doing, most of the ones you've heard so far today are on the newest record, which is available over here. We have examples of it here, and you can also, in the future, come back and buy it at the store here at Bird & Beckett. We have it in LP and CD form. Right now, it's not available online yet because it's. I wanted to get the record done and out first, and now I'll worry about marketing it. Besides, I know how lucrative the record business can be, and given the I literally got I literally got a royalty check from Music Reports a while back, and it was for 1 cent. It's like
Divisible by 4.
it wasn't my total income for the year, but it was a good example of why when people say, "Oh, well, you can make it up with,"
No.
it's like no. Anyway, this next tune's called October Surprise. It's also on the record. And I suspect a lot of people in the audience, and I think the folks up here on stage were all kind of on pins and needles last October about what was going to happen in November. And yeah, this song is inspired by that. Also, I'd say people ask me, how do you write tunes? And it's like, well, there's no simple answer. There's no single consistent thing that always causes me to write a tune. I've written tunes because I was in love. I wrote tunes because I was out of love. I've written tunes because I was working in a circus. They had an aerial bit. They needed a tune for the next morning. And it's like, you say acrobatic numbers are in 3/4 time. Okay. I went home, wrote a tune. And one of the reliable sources of inspiration for me, unfortunately, is stress. And last October, we were all feeling a little stressed. Also, I was trying to pull together a recording session, the one that resulted in this album. And as often happens to me when I'm stressed like that, I realize a tune is coming on. And I have to put the other things that are worrying me aside because I want to get the tune down. So this is one of those. This is a stress special. Okay. Right on it. I'll count full bar and then 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. set here. Okie doke. How about did you have Monday Mambo on your list? You did. How about we do that one? We'll do Monday Mambo. Yeah. Okay. As with the last tune, here's another tune from the new album, and we'll be pedaling it on the break if you're so inclined. And it will also be available here at Bird and Beckett ongoing. So you can always come by here and buy a copy from this here store. One of the things I always find tough about playing up at Bird and Beckett is I'll be playing and I look over and go, oh, I want that book. Oh, and it's like, oh wait, I gotta get back to here. I gotta remember I got a job to do. But this store is just, it's one of my very favorite bookstores. I grew up in Berkeley, and as a kid hung out in Moe's and Cody's and Northside Books, Southside Books, Pegasus, Pellucidar, Pendragon, Shimabonian. Most of them are long gone. And but this place is still here, and it's every bit as good, if not better. And this place has music. So. All right. Let me introduce the band one more time. We have Lincoln Adler on tenor saxophone. Yeah. We have Scott Larson on trombone. We have Scott Foster on guitar. And yes, the band is 50% Scott. And I have to be careful if it's like Scott Larson. Scott. If I just say Scott, that doesn't do much. Anyway, I'm Kurt Ribak. These are my tunes. And we'll be playing a few more for this set. And then we'll have another set coming up. So this here tune's called Monday Mambo. And getting back to the thing about titles and lyrics, people ask, what's the significance of the title? Well, it was a mambo, and I wrote it on a Monday. It's like I had one of my favorite DJs. He's asking, what's the significance behind the title 1904? I said, I wrote it that day. I didn't want to call it Untitled Samba number 32. 33 is better.
Yeah, understand.
But not as good as 34. All right. Let's do first aid as an intro. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cecilia. For Cecilia. Next song is called For Cecilia. I can't remember quite. Yeah, you can imagine who it was about, or who it was about. And this is another example of one of the ways songwriting is a great source of neurosis. Or if you're already neurotic, it'll get you the rest of the way there. In this case, this tune was a real breakthrough for me when I wrote it. I hadn't written a song that was a tender ballad until now. Before, they were all sort of quirky, humorous. None of them were like, baby, I love you. And this one was, and that was great. And I actually wrote it and submitted it for a harmony class I was taking at the time. And for the final. And then the next morning I woke up in a panic because I thought I'd plagiarized a song by Charles Mingus. It was a tribute by him to Duke Ellington. It's called Duke Ellington's Sound of Love. And I ran downstairs to the library. And as you probably remember, they had reel-to-reel tapes back then at the Berklee College of Music Library. I had to cue it up. And it was like on the second side. And so this is on a reel of tape. So you're just, no, not there. I don't know, too far, not far enough. I get there. Tune starts up. First two notes are the same. It's like, oh, no. And then it starts to differ a little bit. And it's like a relief. It differs a little more. And the melody is different. It was a tune that there have been two people that have asked me if it was actually this Charles Mingus tune. Both of them were bass players, so I guess it's that thing of bass players being a lot more Mingus-oriented than most folks. Anyway, this song is called For Cecilia. We'll do it. You take a solo, and you take a solo too, and then we'll take it home. Right on. 1, 2, 3. Well, I passed, so they didn't kick me out after writing that one, so that was a good sign. All right, are you on Finally Home? Did I give you that one?
No, but you guys probably.
Okay, we'll close out the
Yeah.
set with that one then. All right, we're going to play one more tune to round out this first set, and we will have a second set, and Scott will be joining us on the second set as well. Again, Lincoln Adler on tenor sax, Scott Larson guesting on trombone, Scott Foster on guitar. So this next song is called Finally Home, and it's about that feeling you have of, well, when you're finally back home, when you've been away for too long, and you get back to whatever you consider your home, whether that's a physical home, a spiritual home, what have you. Home is, I guess ultimately home is whatever you make it to be, if you're fortunate enough to have one. So the song, I wrote it when I was working in a warehouse, and I was dragging a pallet around at 2:30 in the morning. And through a long series of strange circumstances, I wound up having a job for a while in a warehouse. And there I am dragging this pallet around, and normally I would have been not a happy guy right about then, because bored out of my mind. I'm dragging a pallet around. But instead, I was really perfectly happy because this song was coming to me. And one of the things that's actually good about having a job like that, one that's kind of mindless, is it lets your mind work on other things sometimes. And in this case, it enabled me to write this next tune. Lincoln Adler, Scott Foster, and somewhere backstage is Mr. Scott Larson. Going to take a short break. We'll be back for a second set. And yeah, I'm Kurt Ribak, and we got CDs and LPs and all that jazz for sale if you're so inclined. Regardless, you're welcome to stick around, and thanks for coming. Would you like us to start up now?
Yeah, he was a hit. It was wonderful. Yeah. And I told you about Jim and May and Roy walking around London, and it was a hot day. We were real tired, and we tried to walk some of the bad off. Went back to the hotel. Roy just crashed on the bed, and Jim and I were trying to figure
All right, thank you all for sticking around for the next Kurt Ribak set. Tomorrow we have chamber music in here. It's a rare event, so keep it in mind. That should be fun. It's the Lowell Ensemble. Janet Pesco Archibald on English horn, and oboe is kind of the leader of that gang.
That's a really good group too. I've heard them.
Vicky Ehrlich, right? And
Yeah.
there's flautist. What time's that? Linda Chen or Laura Chen? I think maybe Laura. 5 o'clock. And another player on there. Oh, the pianist Karen Hutchinson. Pretty fabulous. At 10 o'clock in the morning, you can come for the live stream, but we're not really expecting people in the room. We're just shooting it out to the cartoon crowd. It's organizer for the PSL. What does it stand for? Socialism and Liberation Party.
Rice
SLP,
Krispies,
PSL.
provided.
Party of Socialism and Liberation. I think a guy named that guy.
That guy.
Starts with an R, both names. And Jenna Littlejohn, who's a star of the bookstore, she'll be interviewing them on stage. So that'll be good. That's tomorrow's festivities, but right now you got the rest of these festivities. Enjoy yourself. Thank you, Kurt.
It's later than we think.
Alrighty, gonna start off the second set with a tune called "Swaying in the Breeze." I'll fire it off and then we'll be into it. That tune's sort of a tribute to Count Basie Orchestra, meant to be in the style of a Frank Foster tune. Next, we're going to do a tune called Sin Dignidad. That's S-I-N and Dignidad. I'll just fire it up and we'll do it. You guys good?
Yep.
I always feel like I need a cigarette after that tune.
Let's do. How about we do Stephanie? Do you with that one?
I do.
Okay, let's do that. I'll go with that.
Do the trio.
I want to do 2 more tunes because we're
Okay.
at 9:20. So let's do.
I can. Yeah. Let's see. Do it. Stephanie?
Okay, let's do Stephanie. I'll explain why it's relevant.
So the next tune we're going to do is entitled Stephanie, and these tunes are back to back because Stephanie was a friend of mine who one day she said, "You know, you work with you get hung up on all the administrative parts of your music and taking care of all the loose ends, and you're a good writer. Take more time to write." So I wrote that last tune, which I'd sketched out like 8 bars, just a small fragment of it earlier, put it in a drawer, forgot about it, pulled it out that day, finished it. And I also wrote this next tune, which I named for her because she's the one that got me off my butt to write these two tunes. So. One, two, three, All right, thanks a lot. We're going to do one last tune to close off with, and this one you can stand down on, I believe. Scott Larson on trombone. a special guest. And we have Lincoln Adler on tenor saxophone, Scott Foster on guitar. And yeah, that leaves me to be Kurt Ribak. So. And we're going to do a tune of mine. I wrote it a few years back. I was driving down the street, and I had a song lyric started to pop into my head. I like blondes. I like brunettes. I thought, well, that's kind of dumb. What do you do with that? And a block later, I had the line, but most of all, I like my bald head. And so I realized I got a theme song for myself. So we'll close off with that. I like to refer to it as being a topical number. Yeah, we'll do it like that, yeah. So skip the first 4-bar intro. Okay. So the sax will play the melody for 8 bars, and then we'll start. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I like blondes. I like brunettes, but most of all, I like my bald head. I like girls with ringlets and curls, but most of all, I like my bald head. I had curly locks, but they've been set free. No unruly shock of hair for me. Yeah. I like blondes. I like brunettes as well, you know, but most of all I like my bald head. Don't need conditioner. I don't need shampoo. All I need is a razor blade and you. I don't need hair dye. I don't need no mousse. All I need is a little love from yous. I had curly locks, but they've been set free. No unruly shock of hair for me. Yeah, I like blondes. I like brunettes as well, but most of all I like my bald head. It's bright and shiny. I like my bald head. I never have hat hair. I like my bald bop bop bee-buddy boop head. Thanks a lot. A big thanks to Eric Weddington for having us here, and for Jazz in the Neighborhood for also underwriting the performance. You mentioned the Lowell Trio playing tomorrow. They're a wonderful chamber group. Check them out. And there is music most days of the year here at Beckett. So it's not only a literary treasure, because this is one heck of a fine bookstore, but it's also a musical treasure. So thanks a lot. Good night.
It's like,
I'm into it.
yeah, it's like,
Especially no drummer? Oh, man, now I can really do my thing.
yeah.
Has a lot more space. It's really nice. I actually like guitar instead of keyboard too, because you get harmonic.
Great. What was that? Say that again?
No, it's just really interesting playing with a guitar. I don't like to do that very often. It's nice.
It's different, yeah. I can't play all them notes, so I
I
don't.
like it. It's like a lot more to leave to the imagination.
There's some,
Yes, I've worked with whom I admire very much, but I've also thought, just because you got 10 fingers doesn't mean you have to use them all.
All every freaking time.
Once in a while.
You probably grew up this way. Being around the tape.
But yeah, it's, no, I love your sense of swing. And it's like, it's swinging. If it swings, that's the part that matters. Everything else is just like, you
No,
know.
there's that one intro you guys did. I didn't want to even come in. I was just like, yeah, this is just cool. Listen to go play about.
Yeah, I actually just love the good swinging, you know, just a little.
Well, I could hear it like as soon as you said, "Hey, maybe we won't use drums." I'm like, okay, I hear it all right now.
Well, just it's a small space, and it's
Yeah.
like, and
That way you can afford to get trombone too.
wow, exactly.
Nice.
Can always afford a trombone.
That's true. I just order a pizza.
It's like the list of calls for a gig. You know, I've got enough money for a piano player. Okay, it's a solo. I've got enough. Oh, it's a vocalist. Now it's a bass player. I'm like 27th. Right next to like
But like we like to
banjo
say,
or
we're the best in our price
theremin.
range.
yeah, or my weight range.
Yeah.
I've had two. These are both happened to me. That are sort of trombone stories. One was playing at the Riptide, and one night, apparently, SFPD had to serve a warrant on somebody they knew was there.
Oh no.
Ooh.
And like we're playing, and I see like 5 cops
Oh no.
going into the back, and it's like, what the heck? And so I said, yeah, there's a warrant out for somebody. Oh, okay. And the last guy, the junior cop, smallest guy, looks at me and he says, "Do you need a trombone player?"
Holy crap!
I was looking for a gig.
And I said, "Yeah, come up, you're through."
After you serve the warrant.
Yeah.
And then the other one
That's so funny.
was I was playing at it was and is once again the Condor, but during that time it was Andrew Yeager's seafood restaurant.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, it was. And there's a place a couple doors up that's a peep show, talk to a naked girl. And the Barker looked at me and he said, "Oh, you're working here in the neighborhood, aren't you?" So I won't bother.